Stand-up comedy has a rich history and has had a profound cultural impact, providing a unique form of entertainment and social commentary. Here's a brief overview of the history and cultural impact of stand-up comedy. History. Vaudeville and variety shows, 19th century. Stand-up comedy has roots in vaudeville and variety shows of the 19th century. Comedians would perform live acts that often included monologues, jokes, and humorous anecdotes. Transition to solo acts, 20th century. Stand-up comedy evolved into solo acts in the early 20th century. Comedians like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton incorporated comedic elements into their silent films, contributing to the popularity of visual comedy. Radio and television era. The advent of radio and television in the mid-20th century brought stand-up comedy to a broader audience. Comedians like Bob Hope and Jack Benny gained fame through their radio shows, and later, television became a powerful medium for comedians to showcase their talents. Comedy clubs and the comedy boom, 1970s–1980s. The rise of comedy clubs in the 1970s provided a platform for emerging stand-up comedians. The comedy boom of the 1980s saw a surge in the popularity of stand-up, with comedians like Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and Eddie Murphy achieving iconic status. Alternative comedy in the 1990s. The 1990s brought a more diverse range of voices to stand-up comedy. Alternative comedy emerged, challenging traditional norms and bringing in fresh perspectives. Comedians like Ellen DeGeneres and Chris Rock gained prominence during this era. Digital age and streaming platforms, 21st century. The internet and streaming platforms have transformed the landscape of stand-up comedy. Comedians can now reach global audiences through platforms like Netflix, YouTube, and social media, democratizing access to comedy content. Cultural impact. Social commentary. Stand-up comedy often serves as a vehicle for social and political commentary. Comedians use humor to address societal issues, challenge norms, and offer perspectives on current events. Cultural reflection. Comedy reflects and influences cultural attitudes and values. Comedians often tap into shared experiences, offering audiences a lens through which to view and process cultural phenomena. Diversity and representation. Stand-up comedy has become more inclusive, with comedians from diverse backgrounds bringing their unique perspectives to the stage. This has led to increased representation and a broader range of voices in the comedy scene. Impact on language and pop culture. Catchphrases and comedic expressions coined by stand-up comedians often enter mainstream language and contribute to popular culture. Comedians have the ability to shape linguistic trends and influence the way people communicate. Therapeutic value. Laughter has therapeutic benefits, and stand-up comedy provides a form of escapism and stress relief for audiences. Comedians often tackle personal struggles and challenges, creating a sense of shared humanity. Stand-up comedy continues to evolve, adapting to changes in technology, society, and culture. It remains a dynamic art form that reflects and shapes the world around us.